Excellent.
Hello.
Well, hello. Hello, all. Hello, Steve. Hello, Aaron.
Hello. It's good to be live.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. We like being live.
It's funny because I've been sitting, waiting for a little bit, and I haven't managed to open any of my Roll20 stuff. So
That's there. You're logged in at least, so you're ahead of the game.
yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. All right, let's do this, boys.
Okay.
All right, so this is Scott's Case Files. Welcome to Scott's Case Files. I'm Scott. The stars of the show are our guys here. Up here we have Steve.
Hello.
Steve's
Playing the vessel.
playing, yes, Adrian the Vessel. And over here we have Aaron.
Hi. Yep, and I'm playing Eugene the Hunter.
Yes, you are. Excellent. So when last we left our intrepid adventurers, I believe we just stumbled onto the remains of a murderer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys were able to quickly put
My
clues together.
well, one of my Tinder dates.
Yes, one of your old Tinder dates was rended limb from limb by a demon or painted
Right.
that we were able to identify, put a face to the name or name to the face. So that guy went on your list immediately.
And this
Right.
was when we were specifically checking out a place to overlook the building we were trying to rob.
Oh yeah, or cause trouble.
The wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically.
Yeah, and the wizard being Kyle Lagrange. So yeah, he basically, his sanctum is in this office building downtown. You guys were staking it out. You already got a few ideas of what's going on. What do you call it? I forgot. Had you guys decided if you were just going to go for it, or you're going to wait for the next day, or what's your plan?
Well, let's see. As I recall, we had scouted the building and found a couple things, details wise. But then then we discovered the body, and that was all the day before. And so, yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to do other than start the distraction. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I think we can probably try and get a little bit more information.
Yeah.
What's your thought? What's Adrian want to do?
Well, I mean, we do have opening moves, do we not?
Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me bring that up on my screen.
Adrian wants some experience points, is what he wants.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the session intro move. So, I assume you have just one.
Actually, I have two.
Oh, you have two. Oh, nice. All right, so why don't we start with let's start with Steve. So, Aaron, what faction would you like to spotlight for Steve, for Adrian?
Are you in? Which ones are open?
I have Mortality and Night currently open.
You have Mortality and Night. Let's go with Night.
Night.
Yep.
Nice.
So let's see. We have some Russian vampires.
Yep.
The
best or the worst kind, depending on what side of the fence you're on there.
Ivan being one of them.
Yep. Ivan and Dmitri.
Ivan and Dmitri.
Yep.
We're gonna say let's not add too many NPCs quite at the moment.
Sure.
Dimitri's been working for I've heard that, you know, in my dealings with other wizards, that Dimitri is currently working for Lestrange on some project. Lagrange.
Gotcha. Ooh, that's extra interesting. Very cool. Any idea of what kind of type of thing they're working on, or they're working together because of, or?
You know, I think it's as simple as Dimitri's made a deal with them to do some work for them, provided that Ivan gets removed.
Oh, very nice.
And, my guess is, whatever Ivan's doing to combat that is probably what we're doing at Lagrange's tonight or tomorrow.
One might presume. One might.
But I don't know specifically why they're working together.
Good one.
Beyond that.
All right, roll with night. Let's see
So
how...
we will roll the dice and see what happens.
Absolutely. See what you know.
It's with night.
11. Wow, the dice are hot.
Lots, apparently.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So on a 10 plus, you're prepared for the conflict you laid out. Let's see. You've got a debt on someone in that faction, or a useful piece of information or equipment. Your choice.
Let's go with equipment. And might I suggest maybe Dimitri's been given some sort of either mundane or mystical key card to get into the building.
Okay. I mean, Ivan, he gave you?
Isn't Dimitri the one that... No.
I messed that one up.
That Ivan, maybe Ivan has procured it for us.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, so you have a nice key card master key.
And it could be, mundane or mystical, depending.
Gotcha. Cool. Great. Remember to mark night.
I did.
Excellent. All right. Go ahead, and what do you want to highlight for Eugene?
So Eugene, you currently have mortality. I'm going to mark mortality.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And so I have to come up with the conflict first? Is that how that works?
No, like a conflict or a rumor that in best case scenario in some way involves you.
Okay. So
And it can be something we've already taught, involving NPCs we've already encountered or not, or whatever pleases you.
Okay. So I would say our good friend, the Doc.
Yeah.
He has mysteriously disappeared.
He has mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah.
Which he has done in the past.
Yeah. And he's left behind only like an odd note, something about some kind of cerulean blue ancient artifact that he's off to go hunt. But the thing that catches my eye is that it's in the valley of the Muktwai, or I forgot what I called it.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
The ones that trained you to be the hunter you are today.
Yeah. And I know that they're not willing to give up their artifacts, so
okay.
I may have to intervene.
All right. So he, we'll say maybe just to keep it in the city that maybe that another hunter is traveling through with said artifact or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to keep it in the city. That way, the conflict is all about what's going on here.
Sure.
Maybe, in that way we can maybe introduce another Muktoys and like a brother or sister in the group.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Now I have to go back and look at that word that I made up.
Yeah,
make sure that I've got it.
It depends what dialect you're speaking it with. Muktoy.
Yeah. Muktuyo. There you go.
Muktuyo, okay.
Muktuyo. All
right. So go ahead and let's roll some dice. Roll plus mortality.
Roll plus mortality. And I'm rolling session intro.
Yep, session intro with mortality selected.
Yep.
And 5.
Oh, great! That's awesome. That's a
Right?
good number, right?
Oh, well, that's awesome number. It makes things happen. So, mark mortality.
Yep.
And
Okay.
do you have any other? However many? How many more do you have to mark? Already marked
That's
out.
it. Our full.
Oh, okay. So you get an advance, and just you can erase all of those. So untick those,
Okay, I'm unticking.
and we'll figure out your advance shortly.
Okay.
Or we can, if you've looked over your sheet at all, in the past, something in mind, we can do that quick. Otherwise, we'll just do the session. We can worry about your advance later. Whatever
We
works
should
for you.
probably worry about it later.
Okay, give us some time to look it over.
Yeah.
Put it on the back burner. We're just gonna put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Put a pin in it right over here.
Shh. Yeah.
And there's a pin in it. All right. So let's see here. 7 to 9. Let's see, on a miss, you're caught flat-footed, unprepared, or unaware. The MC will tell you what's coming at you. I would like to let's make this interesting for next. Well, I'm not sure when the Doc will be back. We've involved him. Let's put that on. So let's basically say when
Well, he's gone missing. So
he's gone missing. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know when he's.
I think really it's the other guy that you're talking about. The other traveler, the other hunter.
Gotcha.
That could be involved.
Yeah. We'll say there's something going on with him, or her. We'll figure that out. So you're flat-footed with this thing. So in this conflict, I'm gonna say that maybe Doc doesn't know it, but you know that when a hunter from the Muktuyo,
Very good.
when they travel with any artifacts, especially something specifically like this, like a high level type thing, it's like verboten to lose or anything. So if the Doc tries to push him, this guy might just, cut his head off.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So now you have a missing dude, and maybe you want to find this hunter and catch him before he decides that someone's getting a little too close to that artifact.
I like that.
Cool. So we'll put that like that. All right. Cool.
Okay. All right.
So we have our thing. Awesome. Both good jobs, our boys. Good job.
So are we interested in going in tonight or tomorrow? I thought they had said tomorrow night specifically.
Yeah, we went a day early to check it out.
Yeah. Yep.
So we still have a day if you wanted to track down this beast here, since we're still standing over the dead body.
Oh.
No, we called the police. We left, didn't we?
Yeah, called the police and left.
Yeah.
But it was decided that sticking around and being stand-up guys was not a fucking good idea for this whole encounter.
Especially after we walked through all the blood a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of part of the crime scene now, and that would be not a great thing. All right. So yeah, we can track down the demon. We can do something with the Winter Court. What strikes your guys' fancies?
Yeah, so it would be good to hunt the demon, I think. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's one of your things too.
Yeah.
Especially he's just fresh on your list and he's not expecting it. When you least expect it. All right. Does that work for Adrian, or does Adrian want to do his own thing?
I think he could use help for this. I assume.
Sure.
Unless you're, you did mess up your gun, shoving it down a demon's throat. So I assume you're pretty competent.
Still don't have that gun fixed.
We'll get it back before you go on your adventure this evening. It'll be fixed.
So if you want to investigate that, I can, try and help.
Yeah. Let's do it. So, how do I typically hunt? I guess is the question.
Hit the streets probably to find her.
Hit the streets?
Yep, we're going to hit the streets. So basically, we have to figure out, and again, this is where you can kind of create fiction. basically you have to tell me who you're going to. Give me a name of somebody that's a contact of yours that would maybe know this guy.
Okay.
And then we make a roll and see, if they are able or willing or whatever to help you. So
Okay,
the
so
idea is to get out there.
we're gonna go back to Samantha, the ghost of the
Ooh,
apartment, the little
nice.
girl, right?
For sure.
So she is always curious, overly curious, and tends to try to follow me from place to place sometimes, and especially when I don't want her to. And she actually, without me introducing her or mentioning her, she brought up the name of this other woman to me, indicating that she knew her somehow. So somehow she's got a connection to her. I'm going to go back and see, did she happen to be there when this creature came, or what?
Neat. Cool. That sounds awesome. All right, yeah, so let's hit the streets, roll with night.
Okay. Hitting the streets.
We'll see what you
Roll
know.
with night. Roll night. Hitting streets.
Nice.
Eh.
All right, it's a faction move, so mark night.
Mark night. All right.
All right, so let's see. Let's see. When you hit the streets to get what you need, I'm going to bring this up. Here it is. When you hit the streets to get what you need, name who you're going to and roll with our faction, which we've done. On a hit, they're available and they have the stuff. On a 7 to 9, choose one. So you have 7 to 9. So you have to, because it's not a perfect win. You have to choose whoever you're going to see is juggling their own problems, or whatever you need is more costly than anticipated.
Let's go with more costly than anticipated.
Gotcha. So, cool. So yeah, I'm assuming you're going to look for her back by your apartment or that general area.
Yeah, that's the most common place that I run into her. So she tends to pop her head up whenever I'm making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'll go home and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, so is Adrian getting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or is he just chopped liver and nobody cares?
I have my own avenue to find out, but I don't. I know you kind of only want one person, one type of move. So I don't want to step over that if that's your preference.
Yeah, generally. I mean, what are your thoughts? Are you looking? Do you have someone else in mind that might have other information?
Call someone I know in the police.
Oh,
and see, if there's been similar crimes and if they have any leads.
That's cool. Yeah, let's do both in this case. So hold on to that for just a second, Adrian.
I will.
All right. Yeah. So you're making your peanut butter and jelly sandwich there, Eugene, and it doesn't take long. You get the feeling that in life she did like this very much, or it was her thing, or maybe her mom made it for her every day, for school, for lunch and that kind of thing. But she does kind of manifest after a while.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of sitting on. She actually sits on the counter, kind of sitting there, on her side. What you doing?
Hey, Samantha. I'm just having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The old PB&J. What are you doing?
Oh, zipping around here and there, talking to the other little ghosties. None of them are very interesting. I'll tell you that much.
Do you remember, did we actually name this person before?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yep, his name was John Wilkes.
No, the woman.
Oh, the woman.
No, we did not name her.
Okay,
we can name her now if you like.
Oh no, we did. Crystal.
Oh, Crystal.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep, that's right.
Crystal.
Have you seen Crystal lately? Have you been around her at all?
Oh, she's like. Oh, you mean boobs?
Yeah, I guess you could call her that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I've been to her apartment a few times. Really nice. I won't say I'd like to hang out there, but I like to change the scenery. You know, your pigsty here isn't really much to look at.
Do you? Oh well, yeah. I don't spend enough time at home, so. Um, did you happen to meet her friend John?
Oh, John, the mean guy.
Yeah, the mean guy.
Yeah, they did. Oh, they were. They did not do nice things together.
Yeah, yeah. He got a little rough with her, and a lot rough with her. In fact, she's dead now, and
Oh,
I need to go find him.
yeah, I
Do you
bet
know
you
where I
do.
could? Do you know where I could find him?
I have a couple ideas. I followed him around too. I mean, I have 24 hours in a day every day to do things. You know,
Oh, I know.
like I have a couple ideas where he could be. Um, there's a couple clubs downtown that he's been to, and one house. I don't think it was his though.
Okay.
And she kind of there's like you probably have like a hunting map on the wall, and she kind of just flickers over there, and you know, boom, boom, boom. You
Yep.
kind of you're easily enough to click
I'll
those memory.
I'll pin those. Yep.
Little red pin,
Yeah.
blood. He's like, would you mind doing me a little favor before you go though?
You name it.
Like, I really want to taste a peanut butter sandwich.
How would you exactly do that?
And she kind of reaches out her hand to you, and she's like, "Oh, you know, you've seen the movies, right?
Uh, you mean through me?
Yeah, I can go inside you and taste it."
Uh, okay. Uh,
And for the
does
record,
does this?
for the record, I did the move slightly wrong in that I was supposed to make sure you gave her the thing before I gave you the thing. But
Oh, gotcha. All right.
but because we did it this way, you can say no or whatever. We can work with it.
No, that's good. I'm a man of my word,
All right.
uh,
So she's like,
except to demonic creatures.
yeah. So she's like, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess. Is it gonna hurt?
Oh no, your soul stays right where it is.
Oh God.
And like she puts her hands around you and like a hug, and for just like a second you can feel her. You like she normally doesn't like allow you become like physical where she can be touched, but for
Yeah.
this 1 second you feel her arms around you, and then suddenly it was just like you're made of jello, and she like goes, her arms kind of collapse into you, and so does she, and suddenly you kind of get this tingle that goes down your spine, and it is weird. It is freaky. It's kind of like it's like when you were training with Moktuyo, they hit you with like some uh like uh like poison tip darts. And like there was one in particular you remember when it hit you, and it was specifically like a nerve toxin, and this feel of like you felt this like coldness where it hit, and then this suddenly like ice traveling literally up and down your spine and into your brain and down your arms and legs. That's what feels like for just a second. And next thing you know, you're kind of moving towards the sandwich, and you're like you're actually salivating. It's so good. You can
Does
smell
it
it.
affect my vision? Like, am I still seeing things the same
Yeah,
way?
yeah. You
Or
still see everything just fine.
okay.
But through you, she picks up the sandwich, and she's like, you don't even want, again, it's kind of like you could stop these movements and these things if you wanted. She's not like controlling you. She's kind of guiding you.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, it's so weird. You are a quasi puppet right now. And just like you hear yourself go, and that way that you only like use like during sex, but it's her voice, and it's because this is like the best only thing she's tasted in probably years since she died.
And
And
she's
so it's,
probably kind of
oh
like And she's young, right? So
Yeah,
she's
she's
probably
like 9
kind
years
of a
old or
messy
something.
eater, and like
Yeah, exactly. It's
ends
like
up,
all over your face right now.
yeah,
It's like you can just
some of
feel
it
it.
on my shirt, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. And she's just like, oh, your head goes back for a second. Just next, before you even know it, like the whole thing's just gone. And this is like your like gag reflex is like telling you, oh, stop, no more, I can't, I need, hold up on this, but she's like, bum. And yeah, so next thing you know, that tingle goes away, and she's like back to her place on the counter, and she's like, oh, that was so good. Thank you, Eugene.
You're welcome, as I say, closing the door to my apartment.
And like, this has never happened. This never happened. Awesome. So we'll put you there. Adrian,
Yeah.
who are you looking for? Who's your contact?
I was gonna call. We'll call him. We'll say he's a captain, Captain Walker.
All right.
So like a precinct captain. We've worked together before on things he knows he needs special help with.
Sure. Is he mortal? Is he mortality?
He's mortal.
Okay. And what's his name again?
Captain Walker.
Captain. Does he have first name?
I'm sure he does.
But you know him as Captain Walker. That's fair.
We'll say it's Richard.
Okay. Dick Walker. We're good with that.
I'm sure he doesn't let anyone call him that.
Excellent.
But he knows I have some dealings with the things that go bump in the night. And has asked me to deal with a few of them in the past.
Gotcha.
So I will give him a call.
Cool. Actually, you'll need to like more hit the streets with them to actually show up at the precinct or something like that.
Yep, I can show up at the precinct.
Perfect. That'll trigger the move once you talk to him.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead and let's make a roll and see what's going on.
Yeah. So let's see.
A roll with mortality.
Walker. I get to roll with mortality, which is my worst stat because I am not human. Yeah.
5 there are worse things. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to the basic move screen real quick. Take a look. All right, so hit the streets.
I think it's just up to you.
Yeah. So that's all right. So Captain Walker, you kind of walk into the precinct station. Do the people like know you, or does he usually spend time like down at the front desk area, or how do you?
I usually just say that I'm here to speak with them, and they take my name, and I assume I just usually say Adrian, and they ask for a last name. I don't give them one, and they eventually call him.
Gotcha. Are you there enough where like people know you? You're like, oh hey, it's that Adrian guy again.
I think people have seen me here before.
But there's so many people that pass through, they probably don't.
They don't necessarily know what I do for him.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, takes a little time. You basically have to go through like 2 different people before they. One sends you upstairs, the other is like, oh, in his department. What is he? Is he like a homicide or?
We'll say Special Crimes Division.
Special Crimes. Cool. All right. So he, yeah. So the second guy. So yeah, so you get there and the person like that's minding the area. Oh, Adrian. Okay, he told us to let you in, so I'll come back. He's in his office. Knock twice, and of course you know this. He does 2 knocks all the time. He wants 2 knocks. 3, and you've screwed it up. Less than that, and he's going to be pissed at you.
Okay, I will knock twice.
All right, come on in.
Walk in.
Yep. So he's actually sitting like on his desk, looking at like a manila folder. Like basically, the same kind you would look with any like a
crime scene.
Yeah, like crime reports, that kind of thing. It's all in one folder type of thing. For him, he likes doing things in paper. This whole electronic e-filing crap is just not his dealio. Yeah, so he's kind of look at this thing, and you walk in, door closed behind you. He's like, "It's kind of a bad time, Adrian. What's going on?"
I was following up on a murder that I heard about that seems like it falls under your division.
Yeah.
Someone ripped into many pieces a woman.
It's like he gives like the general street address. I forget what. I don't think we even established
like
street.
the block or something.
Yeah.
She was a friend of a friend, and I have a lead on someone that may have done it.
Okay. Any like proof of this lead or something we don't have?
I was hoping that you had some information on maybe related crimes, and maybe I could use that to find out if this person was truly the cause.
He's like, the only related crime here, Adrian, is tampering with evidence. And he kind of looks at you. He's like, I
Do I still
see.
have blood on my shoe?
Yeah, he's like,
Whatever does he mean by that?
he's like, I'm willing to bet that if I made you take off your shoe and put it, we made a print of it, it would match this one. He kind of fans out a couple of the photos. He's like, and you know what? I really appreciate all these leads you get me and the work you do for me. But when you stumble through a crime scene, and he actually puts the picture down, and he's just waiting for you to like pick up your foot or something, like you're actually gonna put it on there. It's like in real size. He's like, he kind of lays it on the ground, and he's like, I really do appreciate the relationship we have, but not this time. And this might be out of your league. That place was horrible. When we went in there, I almost threw up. I went in there personally after we got this call. I don't know how you do it. You don't feel much anything, do you, Adrian?
I've lived a complicated life.
Haven't we all?
And I want to see if I can extricate myself from this situation.
Yeah?
I'm sorry to bother you at a busy time, and I'll start to back out.
Gotcha. So he's I won't trigger escape only because the miss is all basically he's not going to work with you this time. He's going to have you leave. If this wasn't, I would have you look. We can look at escape. But I see what you're.
I was just giving you the option.
I appreciate that. So yeah. So he's going to let you back out. He's just, again, you guys still have a relationship. It's just that he's kind of pissed off. He's freaked out, and he doesn't need an outsider. Where in the from his point of view, it's very much like this. If we're gonna get, in his head, it's like, if we're gonna get this guy, every little bit of screwed up evidence is another nail in the coffin of this this guy going free. And when he goes to trial and stuff like that, he's always thinking of being a lawman, always thinking about the end game, the actual trial, the prison, etc.
Yeah, so I think the last shot of me is, when I get into the elevator, and the doors are closing, you see me looking at my shoe,
And it's not much.
Something dark on it.
Yeah, it's not enough that people are like, ah, on the street, but it's enough that like a detective captain would be like, oh, I know what dried blood looks like, and why would it be on someone's, sole of their shoe type of thing. Yeah.
Perfect.
Excellent. So, let's see here. What we can do is, if I'm not sure if is Adrian interested in, I suppose because you're kind of like coordinating this, I'm assuming you guys are going to meet up.
has a lead, I'll join him.
Okay. Well, if it's okay with you, Eugene, I'll fast forward to where you guys are together and kind of checking places out.
Yep.
Excellent. And you can always say no. I'm just this is just me kind of moving it along. But if again, just for future reference, if you ever do want other stuff to go on, please let me know. But I just kind of want to keep, if I see a lull in action, I'm just going to kind of bring you to it.
Yep.
So, yeah, so you guys have kind of looked, there are like 3 different places that Samantha kind of picked out on your map. You probably hit the first one already. It was kind of like a old junkyard type of thing. Kind of major rounds. No sign of Smitty's junkyard. Yep, no sign of anything really there. You probably went on to the second one. Probably like a car park type of thing, and that's probably when Adrian catches up to you, and basically just looking at the place. It's just not. Yeah, this is not the place either. Which leaves just the house that Samantha had kind of pinned on the map, or had you pinned on the map. When you guys get there, I'll assume that somebody drives. When you guys get there, it's like a boarded up place. It's definitely like abandoned, but it's also definitely something's going on here because you see like bags of garbage on the front porch of it, where like why would anybody do that unless they were like keeping up the place a little bit at least.
So the neighborhood is similar to that, or is it really stand out?
I'll say that the neighborhood is similar to that.
Okay.
There's other houses just like this, but there's others that are occupied, etc. This is just one of those places where either people moved away en masse or lost it in the in the bubble or whatever.
Yeah, the shrubs are dying. The grass is half dirt.
exactly. So let's see here. Who would like to investigate a place of power?
Place of
You want me to go run back?
I either one. Do you need power right now?
Always.
All right. Well,
so
why don't you?
I'll go around back and have a look around.
All right.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and let's roll with wild.
I can do wild.
Investigate a place of power. Ooh.
Nice. All right, 7. All right, on a hit, you see below the surface to the valley beneath. We didn't get a 10 plus. Remember to mark wild.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So are you gonna kind of do a round of it and come back to Eugene?
Yeah, maybe maybe look at some of the boarded up windows. They can't be completely covered over.
Gotcha. So so you get to the front. Here's what you're able to kind of figure out from it is it's definitely a place where demons are living. You can tell because they have some sigils on some of the windows.
Okay.
Both as like wards to being noticed and other things that hunters might see or use to hunt them down, or wizards, that kind of thing. You see some sigils here and there. You can tell from looking at it, the thing. You see like again the garbage out front. You see like you actually see like a couple cars in the garage of the place. So there's certainly demons here, probably more, and it's it's a nest.
Okay.
How many, we can't tell.
I will, as I circle back to Eugene. There's definitely demons. I would say at least 2, maybe more.
All right.
How do you want to do this?
I think the back door is best, just for less attraction. When we don't want people from the street to see us if we can help it. maybe how do you feel about
I can make a hole.
yeah, I was just thinking coming in from the side or something, or also in the back, but through a window or a wall or something.
No problem.
Awesome.
Did you happen to bring your shotgun?
Yes, I did. The one that Doc fixed right before he left.
Yep. Now, as a hunter, I will point out to you, probably potentially your best weapon is whole, because it is holy.
Okay.
Against these guys, we'll say that it definitely does more damage.
Okay.
But yes, but not like your shotgun is, nothing. It'll still shred them. Just so happens that you do have a holy weapon if that's what you wanted to go.
Okay. Well, I'll use what's called for. The shotgun's ready to go. Hole is ready to go, and yeah. So I'm not going to bother to like knock or anything like that. I want to go in as quietly as possible. Is a screen door on the back?
Like you mean like a screen door in front of the normal door type of thing? Is that what
In the
you're saying?
back? Yeah.
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 Sure.
I mean, I assume I'm going to end up getting their attention because you specifically say go in through a window or the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And I looked at it and be like, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go through the wall on the side of the house and attract as much attention as I can away from my squishy friend here.
Excellent.
So specifically, I'm using the vessel move, tear it down.
You have that?
And I smash through the scenery to get it something I want.
Oh, do you have that one?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I just picked it up.
Oh, I thought you took vigilante.
That was last session.
Oh, you just got one, is what you're saying?
Just got it. Yeah.
Oh. See, the MC is behind here.
Yeah, so you probably need to actually reload the page.
Yeah. So hold on. Let's see. Let's look at that real quick since we're here.
So my primary intention is to get into the building and attract their attention. That's sort of what I'm going for.
Okay, let's for my sake and for everyone's sake, I'm gonna read it real quick. So tear it down. When you smash the scenery to get something you want, roll with blood. On 10+, you smash or move through obstacles and get what you want. On 7 to 9, you smash or move the scenery and get what you want, but you're disoriented in follow-up actions. Leave something behind or take something with you. Your choice. That's interesting. On a miss, you crash through to get your goal, but you're disoriented and off balance. You suffer one harm, armor piercing, and you're vulnerable to reprisals and attacks.
Yep.
Cool. All right, go ahead and roll her.
So as you quietly sneak through the back door, and you told me to go through a wall if I needed to. I do.
Holy shit! There we go, 10.
Nice.
Right.
So I sort of Kool-Aid man into their living room or something.
Yeah, Kool-Aid man, I like it.
And I think attract their attention.
Awesome. All right, so yeah, you let's see here. All right, yeah, so you man it in. Boosh! There's nothing subtle about this. There's like plaster and little bits of brick, and everything is just shattering inward.
Maybe I roar a little bit too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, ah.
How do you do it again?
Nah, I don't want to yell.
Oh, come on.
Microphone. Too sensitive.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, you break in, everything is just falling around. There's dust, there's plaster, it's just cracks and smashes. As you kind of plow in there, you interrupt a ceremony. The 3 demons were sitting around a sigil that they had marked in the floor with blood, and were chanting that's kind of like deep, unholy, inhuman voices that they use when they chant these things. And yeah, you smash through. Basically, you bowl over like one of them. The other two are just kind of try to dive out of the way as in terror as that happens. Um, and yeah, you're definitely you're definitely getting their attention, and you definitely just smashed through everything. In fact, there's probably like a half of a brick on your shoulder that's just kind of balanced there out of
Yeah,
chance.
sure. A board sticking out of my arm, something.
Something like that. But yeah, you just again, it's just terror is what you've caused in these demons, which is saying something. Awesome.
Fantastic.
Cool. That gives
Perfect opening for my friend.
yeah, it gives a perfect opening for Eugene. What are you doing?
So coming in the back, I would imagine it's probably through the kitchen, and if they're in a different room, then
Yeah, we'll say they're like a living room style area, like
yeah.
kitchen then living room.
So my mode is if somebody catches my eye or if they see me, then I'll fire the shotgun at them. Otherwise, the one that's got its back to me is the one that will get the short sword.
Gotcha. Yeah, Adrian did things so awesomely that there's no way they aren't aware of any reality outside of Adrian and the room that they're in.
All right.
So you get a free go here. In fact,
Then
yeah,
Hole
go
goes to work.
all right. Go ahead and unleash.
All
So
right.
roll with blood.
Roll with blood. Blood.
Blood, bloody blood.
Okay. What does advanced mean?
That's like as you get more than 5 advances, you can choose to advance skills, and then for 12 plus, you get special things. But you do not have that presently.
Okay. So I'm unleashing with blood.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So on a hit, you inflict harm as established and choose one. You want to inflict harm? I'm sorry, inflict terrible harm or take something from them.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'll tell you, if you do inflict terrible harm with being holy, you'll take the first dude out immediately.
So that's good. Let's do that.
Okay. You also got a 7 through 9, so choose one of them from below as well. So they inflict harm on you, or you find yourself in a bad spot.
Okay. I guess I'm going to find myself in a bad spot because they don't even know. Unless it's like inflict harm on me because they explode when I kill them or something like that.
we could do that too. We haven't established how they die. So whatever works for you. It's your choice.
This particular demon explodes when I kill him, so he inflicts harm on me.
Okay. All right. I'll mark just one harm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be more like terrifying when this thing explodes than actual true on damage, as like because he'll be liquefied as opposed to like bones and splinters coming at you. So mark one harm.
Okay, that's new for me. So is that like click next to faint?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yep, and then we'll go down the aisle as you get hurt and that kind of thing.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, Adrian, what do you want to do? They're so disoriented at this point that I'll let you go first before any of them
Still
react.
2 left.
What's that?
2 left.
2 left. Yes.
Am I going into battle?
You are going into battle.
Then I would like to roll vigilante.
All right. So let's see. So you are using. Yeah. So vigilante. I'll read this off just for everybody. When you go into battle, roll with blood. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. On a miss, hold 1 and take -1 forward. During the fight, you can spend your hold 1 for 1, 2. Kill, disable, or disarm, your choice, an NPC within reach. Redirect an attack within reach to another character within your reach, or else to nowhere, to the ground, wall, or sky. Cross the distance to any character outside of your reach before they have time to adjust or react. And or name a character within your reach. When you fight, you intercept an attack directed at them, and they suffer no harm.
So let me roll that.
All sorts of neat stuff. So yeah, roll blood. Holy crap, you're rolling amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so choose hold 3.
How many do you want me to spend?
You can spend I'll say 2. Do
Okay.
2.
So I'm gonna do the last one. I'm gonna say Eugene. Basically, I'm gonna intercept any attack directed at them.
Okay, and you can spend that hold if Eugene gets attacked. He's not yet. So if you want to do something else, go right ahead.
Okay.
You want to move like cross the distance to the guy farther away and take him
Yeah,
out?
I'm gonna cross to the furthest one, which may or may not be one we're looking for, and kill it.
All right, cool. What does that look like? We're gonna say it's not him. The last one is.
I just went through all of this debris, and you see me just reach down and grab one of the timbers that was maybe like the header or something like that for the wall, and I move faster than a mortal can across to them. Not vampire fast, but still pretty darn fast. And take this beam, and I just end up like shoving it right through their body.
Oh my God. You're like in Hunter Amusement Park right here at this point. It's like Hunterland.
It is a target-rich environment.
Target-rich environment, exactly. All right, yeah. So yeah, he actually does the thing where how they get. I think when we get stabbed in the movies, they look down at it for some reason. Like if I got stabbed, I would look away from it because I don't want to see what's going on down here. It hurts bad, and I know it, and I don't need to see guts spilling out or anything. My guts. But anyway, he kind of looks down at it and just goes limp, and just like if you keep holding onto the beam, you'll like slide off it.
And maybe part of it was this was one of like the beams that had been reinforced with like a metal cap or something.
Oh sure.
So it just happened to play into his fey nature.
Cool. Well, this one again. Remember, these are demons.
Oh,
not
these are
fey.
demons.
But I get what you're saying. You're good. Yeah. All right. So that leaves. So Eugene, you as like the dust literally starts clearing, you see the last one, and it's Wilkes.
Of course.
Yep. And he kind of he looks he's like terrified. You've never seen I can't say you've never seen a demon this terrified because you have. Being a hunter, this is like a common occurrence for you. But he is kind of like in a bad place. He knows there's two like brutal killers in the room with him, and the best he could do is try to run for it, but he knows that that's just not going to work out so well either.
Right. Yeah, I hold my blade toward him. You messed up, John. You messed up bad.
He's like,
why'd you have to kill Crystal?
He kind of like right now he's kind of backing up. He's pressing himself against the wall. He's probably in like a literal corner. And his hands are up. He's like, she's mortal. That's what I do.
Right.
He's like
I've heard enough.
He's like, yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
this is what I do.
This is what I do. Awesome. Yeah, he's completely defenseless. I'm not even gonna worry about an unleash here. He's totally at your mercy, and he knew it. So, what does it look like when Hole gets him?
Yeah, so he's got his back up against the wall, maybe into the corner, kind of like maybe next to the front door, and as the blade that as I had the blade up to him, it was like flat side, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a quick twist, and basically going right through the throat, right into the wall a little bit, and then like a motion of exiting out the side of the neck, and then coming through the side, through his torso.
Oh my god. Yeah. It was not. He did
So
not go quietly into that good night.
splatter, splatter,
Rip,
splatter.
splatter. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then, get it off the blade and clean it up, turn around, walk out of there.
Nice. All right. As you guys like, I'm assuming Adrian, you're immediately kind of retreating also.
Yeah, if he's checking out.
Gotcha. Are you going to take the
I
side
do cast
entrance,
a
or
furtive glance back, but what?
are you guys going to take the side entrance out, the newly remodeled side entrance?
I'll follow him out of whatever entrance he goes out.
So yeah, you bring up a good point, Adrian, about just listening on the way out. Other movement in the house, but I assume if I don't hear anything, just walking out.
Yeah. If there was anything making any noise, there still is the tomb at this point. But yeah. So yeah, if you guys head out, there's probably some commotion outside. You don't just demolish a wall and not attract some kind of attention. But they're more looking towards like the front of the house as people normally do. It's if something's going wrong, you want to go to the front door and knock. It never occurs to you, why would no Samaritan goes to the back door or whatever and checks things out. So yeah, you hear like knocking at the front as you guys are slipping out the back,
Okay.
and it's like,
We'll wait for that.
hello.
We'll wait for that street cleaner that's making its way down the street. Kind of like let that be its own distraction and slip behind that to get to our car.
Sure, absolutely. And that works just fine. You guys are able to get in, and there's a commotion. It's like you were amongst a couple abandoned houses, so it took a little while for a neighbor to give a shit that maybe something could be going on towards my house now, and then that's when they go out and then do the Samaritan thing. But yeah, you guys are able to get in the car and head on to your next location. What out of curiosity, when the what is your faint wound? What is it like? What does it consist of? Is this like having the wind knocked out of you? Or is like
it being well, yeah. I guess what is faint?
It's really, that's nothing. It's gonna we could even say it heals before you guys do your main event tonight.
Okay.
Faint is minor wounds. At worst, it would be overnight heal type of thing for faint.
Okay.
Very minor.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, like kind of like a sunburn. I mean, he exploded, but not anything worse than a real light burn. And yeah.
Still has that wincing thing going on there.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. What do you guys do next? Are we cutting to the next night, or is there other stuff you'd like to check out? Or
well, yeah, I think a celebration drink is in order. I mean,
yeah.
Props to this guy for breaking through the wall. Holy smokes!
Wall, and here you sneak in the back door like a. I don't want to use the word coward, but certainly far more passive than I would expect of someone of your skill.
Oh, I see. Okay. Duly noted.
But there's still that drink. Cool. Hey,
yeah.
Where do you guys go for your drink? Or Adrian, are you voluntarily going along?
I'm voluntarily going.
All right. Yeah, I owe you one, man.
Name it. It probably feels good after a good supernatural villain kill. You're feeling like you're doing what the Matuyo trained you to do. They'd be proud, that kind of thing. Like definitely a upper.
Yeah.
I'll ask because it bothers me a little. You weren't interested in whatever they were doing there? Is that just normal for your encounters with demons?
Yeah, I don't know. I do like to find out what's happening next, but I'm really upset with that guy. So I had to do it and get out of there, and I don't know. There's plenty more. There's plenty more. Why, do you want to go back? We can go back.
I think that would be unwise.
Okay.
I assume the locals, if not the police, have already shown up.
Yeah. Well, then you'll have another reason to go talk to
Who knows
Dick.
what they'll find. And if I, as you bring up, if I trample through another crime scene, the captain will have my head. Or try.
Excellent. Right. So you just go to the first dive bar you guys run into?
Oh, well, I guess I have my favorites. My place with the favorite big corner booth that nobody takes anymore because only 3 people hang out there, but it's so luxuriously decorated from the 1930s, but again, never been owned by anybody who's managed to keep it up. So lots of good decor, but really old and ratty. And yeah,
What's it called?
like it's called yeah, thank you.
It's kind of a turn because you always in other games it's always the GM has to make up the names for everybody and what's the name of the place? Okay, GM, tell us what the name is. It's like ha 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 ha. Guess what?
Yeah. Let's call this one the Victor Rose.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, double entendre.
Yeah, the Victor Rose.
Nice. I can imagine this is like a speakeasy way back in the 20s.
Yeah, still got holes in the floor, and yeah,
cool.
Sub basements. I like it because I've been keeping my notches secretly on the edge of one giant mirror as I'm killing. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you get your booth with the mirror on it, on the wall right there. And yeah, Adriana, you'll probably notice more than just a few kind of little notches kind of like ground into the edge of that mirror. Probably like, used to be that nice and bright shiny silver, now it's just kind of dull and tarnished. But those what sticks out are like the little notches. Those are shiny. They haven't tarnished over quite much yet.
One thing you'll notice that for all of its Victorian influence, there's really no wrought iron in the whole place.
Oh,
interesting.
That's very interesting.
Do they cater to the Fae?
I think the bartender's an owner and a Fae.
Okay.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Yeah, so you guys are served pretty quickly. Do you have like a regular thing you always get? Like shot of this, shot of that, or
yeah,
shot in a beer?
Just the regular.
What the barkeep, do you want to say he's the owner?
Yeah, the barkeep, he's the owner. My drink of choice isn't really a shot, it's 2 fingers of Ashentak.
Ooh,
which is a scotch. Yeah.
Scotch. Ooh. He probably carries it just for you then.
Yeah.
Who the fuck else would drink it, right?
Right.
That comes here.
I get something called a Boilermaker because I thought it was actually something mechanical when I first ordered
it. Yeah, you'll get your Boilermaker. The guy comes back
at least
and
like the complexity of it.
yeah. So he is about to put the shot in. And he looks towards you and he like puts the shot down next to the beer. Lets you do the honors. Backs away.
All right.
Yeah, I drink it.
Here's the grand adventure.
Does alcohol affect vessels?
I think it does, but I mean, he still has a hardy constitution. And but I think like when it affects him, like one of his arms might go numb a little bit, or it's not standard.
Sure. Right. When they created you, they didn't factor in the alcohol content.
No, that wasn't meant to be consumed.
Right. Nice. Oh yeah, so you guys are hanging out in your bar. Nobody really else is there. There's maybe one dude near the entrance, kind of a tramp-looking guy who's probably always there. You have the bartender slash owner. What's his name again?
Yeah, what is that bartender's name?
Is that Griff?
What is it?
Griff?
Griff. Yeah, it's Griff.
Nice. All right. We're gonna take John Wilkes off the wild list. By the way, boom, done.
Is that you
Nice.
have a list?
What's that?
You have a list?
Yeah, he's running different factions.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So, what's his name? Griff.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah.
Griff.
Griff.
Perfect. All right. But yeah, Griff is just he kind of leaves you alone. He knows that you're a hunter. He knows basically he's one of the Fae that kind of stays just out of the game more or less. He doesn't go out looking for anything. If something comes to his bar, he'll take it in. It's kind of like a safe, not a safe space, but neutral territory. Nobody really has claimed it, even him, and that's why he kind of likes it. But yeah, so he respects you as a hunter, and kind of gives you your stuff for free since he got one bottle of it, and that's enough to keep you in it for a while at least. If that keeps the hunter happy and not causing trouble there or with him, then worth its price and weight in gold type of thing.
All right.
Yeah, he kind of looks Adrian. He kind of like you can see him like looking at you even as he goes back to the bar. He's trying to figure out what the hell you are. He's not seen your type before, and it's intriguing him. And he doesn't have that social grace where you realize that you stared too long and look away type of thing. He's just kind of like,
Oh, I like that social grace too. So, we're staring at each other before.
Yeah, it's almost like at one point it becomes like a stare off.
Because I don't know what court he works for.
He's trying not to betray anything. He's like, he's just basically looking at you. At this point, he can't look away, just because that would be giving up. He's kind of looking at you. It kind of rocks back and forth, and
maybe I break eye contact when I drink my drink.
Yeah, after that he breaks eye contact too and just goes straight back to anything else, but hanging out with you guys. But yeah, he doesn't give enough away to do much. We can, if you want to, I can say that the what do you call it? Figure someone out. Move has triggered.
Let's do that.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and.
I like taking unnecessary risks.
Yeah. Okay. Roll with mind. You're looking at each other long enough. Let's say he tries not to give it much away, but we'll see if that's the case. Play to see.
Give anything away.
Exactly.
Kind of neutral.
All right. So let's see.
On a hit, hold 2.
On a hit, hold 2. On a 7 to 9, they hold 1 on you as well.
Yep. I think I'm going to say who's pulling his strings. Maybe trying to get an idea of what court he's part of, or if he's, trying to stay neutral out of both of them.
Yeah. So you've just looking around again. You kind of look at his demeanor. You've encountered Faye before. The fact they're part of your own faction,
right?
And you get an additional question also because he is of your faction.
That's true. Thank you. Wild.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't tell much. You can tell like if he was in a court, he probably would have something displayed here to kind of show it because that's how Fae work. They don't want people to mistake them for a different court. And he displays nothing. So who pulls his strings? no one.
Okay. Good. That means he has probably less friends too.
Right. Potentially.
How could I put him in my debt?
You could put him in your debt by protecting his bar.
Okay. Because if he has less friends, he's more concerned about what he does have.
Exactly.
Okay. And
You
then
have
I
one
guess I
more.
have one left because he's wild as well. I'm going to say, what does he worry might happen?
He worries that one of the courts is going to try to force him to join. He likes neutrality. You can tell that much. His question to you will be, how could I put your character in my debt?
How could he put me in his debt?
A tough one. So, actually, why don't you think about that while I just explain this to Aaron? So, one of the things, Aaron, about the figure someone out and that kind of thing. So when you ask a question like, "What would put this character in my debt?" Whatever answer that is the thing. So like, assuming things don't change, like there's not some event that happens that alters things. But if you have this knowledge and you do that thing, they will be in your debt. So it's kind of like this follows that. So if, like, for example, if Adrian, um, or yeah, if Adrian like defended the bar against this drunken guy who was coming in and trying to bust things up, by virtue of that, suddenly Adrian would have a debt on him because the answer to the question was protect my bar.
Sure.
That type of
So I
thing.
want to say, maybe during my drinking, he sees some of the, tattooed sigils that are on my body.
Mm.
Like, one that's, higher up on the arm or something, usually out of sight. And he recognizes that I'm a owned or controlled creature.
Okay.
And, you know, I would be in his debt if he had something to hinder, that control.
Ooh.
Something that would, help break it, even temporarily.
Gotcha. All right.
Whether
Answer.
that's, like a, plus forward or, something, for that type of event.
I understand. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. So, Eugene, you see those two engage in this long staring contest. It suddenly ends with both of them, going back to what they're doing. Adrian to his drink, the bartender to wiping down the bar of stuff that's not there, just to keep busy.
I guess he's never seen the Kool-Aid Man before.
Does Adrian get the pop culture reference?
No.
Which makes it more funny. Awesome.
And I have no idea what Kool-Aid is, so. Although I'm sure I've heard people say drink the Kool-Aid, but beyond that.
Excellent, excellent.
Well, you are definitely him.
You say that as you like pick out some, plaster out of my hair.
Yeah.
Like,
Get
so
this man a vacuum.
about tomorrow. While I can certainly perform a similar feat at the office, I don't think that would be wise.
No.
We do have this card that may get us in.
Okay.
Yeah, did you actually tell him about this already?
I think I did mention it, but maybe, I pull it out and say, This was given to one of Dimitri's men to get access to the building.
Right. Okay, that's
I think he
great.
said it was good for the back door.
Huh.
But we still
Back door.
might have to worry about if the guard is watching.
No, we're supposed to create as much of a ruckus as possible, right? Is that true?
Correct, but I assume we needed to be in first.
Yeah. For sure.
Yep. Yeah, the general rule was create a ruckus, but don't take any risks that you don't need to. This is not a suicide type mission. Get in there, cause trouble, get out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it might also serve us to get out too.
Maybe.
Oh wow.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but as we're, I assume no one's around, really close to us.
Yeah,
But I still lean in, and make exaggerated looks around to make sure no one's listening. I lack, the general perception to know. But you do know that with my nature, if Lagrange is there, I am susceptible to being ordered by him.
Yeah, so what exactly does that mean? Do anything?
Potentially.
Huh.
So
So I better hold on to that card then.
Well, and then, I asked that if I do fall under his power, that you should do your best not to be around me.
Yeah.
In case I'm ordered to do something to harm you.
That's what I'm thinking about too. Like, what if I'm the one who's trapped in the building? I suppose I
Then
can
you
make
should
my
have
way
this
to the.
card.
Yeah, so I'll take that.
And I think I'm gonna ask, because I don't know if this is quite intimacy or not. I'm definitely sharing a vulnerability.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
I'm like, have you ever been forced to, do? Actually, I'll even say it like this: Do humans ever get forced to do things against their will? Have you been in a situation like that?
I think people can get manipulated. I think people can give in to fear. But unless there's pain or some form of manipulation, it's not an automatic. It's just how much we're willing to risk by disobeying, so to speak, or by choosing what we think is the right thing to do. So
Cool.
Cool. So what does your playbook say on that one?
Answer the question honestly, I mark redemption.
what's that now?
If you answered honestly, I mark redemption as I learn more about what it means to be a real boy.
Okay. Yep. I answered honestly.
Excellent. And let's see. Yeah, so you share the moment of intimacy also, Aaron or Eugene. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be two-sided. It can be one-sided, but
it can be. I think. Yeah, I think that counts though. There's a moment here where
again,
he's
the
kind
celebrating together, could also count. So
yeah, exactly. Let's so for you, let's enter. All right, Eugene. When you share a mode of intimacy, physical, emotional, with another person, ask them a question. They must answer it honestly. They will ask you a question in return. Answer it honestly or mark corruption. So, a lot of interplay going on here.
Okay. What exactly do those sigils do that are on you?
like some of them are used to bind me to the commands of the makers. Others are used to hold this shell together.
and still others to animate you.
That magic is deeper.
I see.
And I maybe, roll up the sleeve and I'm like, some, and he highlights one also mask where I was joined together.
Right.
And you probably haven't ever seen my true form.
Yeah.
But, I've mentioned that before, that I was made up of, many parts.
Right. Were you can I ask a follow-up question?
Oh, sure.
No, well, you can, but but it's only just the one is with the move.
Okay.
But you can ask anyways.
All right,
Yes,
my
anyway.
follow-up question is, were you aware as you were being put together, or as these last touches were being put on you?
Not of the physical nature, only of the subsequent conditioning.
Sure.
Once I had been given what you would call sentience.
Yeah. Like, now here's how you're going to obey, that type of thing.
Less politely than that, but yes.
Yeah.
All right. Adrian, you get your question.
Yeah. You were intent on killing those demons from a personal grudge. Do you enjoy it? Do you
Yeah,
take pleasure in the killing?
I sure do. The more I can get rid of, the better.
I assume that's an honest answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Cool. Excellent intimacy move, gentlemen.
Yeah.
And
Nice little segue between our daring do.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Really cool. And it's I like this system in that everything is pointing us towards figuring things out, getting new drama going, learning things that feed off of other things. It's pretty cool. It's a neat system. All right.
Should we take a quick break and then come back?
Yep. You guys want to take 5?
Okay. Yep. I'll be back in 5.
All right. See you in
All
5.
right.
Bring us back here.
After we fail to sneak in.
Right? On purpose, right?
On purpose, yes. All right. Oh, hey, Onemanko. Thank you for the follow, sir. Or ma'am. Cool. All right, let's get back to the game, boys and girls. Do we want to? Where do you guys want to position yourself? Let's go straight to,
I like seeing if the thing works on the back door.
Cool.
Why not?
Right on.
All right. Yeah. So,
of course, I do want to approach at an angle and maybe talk to the camera and tell it to not work.
nice. All right. Let's do that. Cool. All right. So that's your machinist. And let me bring that up real quick. All right. So roll with spirit, please.
I'm gonna say at this rate, I might get to use all of my moves.
One can hope.
So I'm gonna roll spirit.
Yep. Roll plus spirit.
Commune with the machine.
Excellent.
This doesn't always go well. Huh, not bad.
All right. Why don't you tell me what's the 7 give you for that one?
It gives me 1. I can ask 1. Specifically, I'm going to ask, how could I get you to turn off until we get in?
What does that look like? Like, would you literally kind of like go right up to under it and kind of whisper upwards?
Yeah, I think I maybe it's a little bit out of reach, but I caress one of the wires that are going into it.
That probably looks a little weird to Eugene.
Sure.
Like, ooh, it's almost like
you've seen me talk to stuff before.
True.
You've never seen a camera before? What?
So you kind of get a feel of like acceptance from it. Like again, this isn't like a sentient being so much as it is this mechanical thing that has a siblinghood with you in some fashion.
Yeah, like a kinship.
Yeah, kinship. Thank you. Perfect word. Yeah, so you get this feeling that you kind of get this sensation. You look over at this junction box a little further down. It's one of those things where it's like part of like an not quite an offsite like power box, but it's separated enough from the building where it's like if the building goes down, this thing kicks in, that type of thing. And apparently it's either running on it or something's going on with the other wiring. So it basically lets you know that if you mess with that junction box, that it will cease functioning.
Okay. I will try and stay out of its field of vision and do that.
Excellent. Yeah, no problem. Let's go for it. So, hey, what does it look like? Do you actually just rip the front off and just?
Yeah, I mean, I think I open it up and you see me, just reach in and just come out with this handful of wires.
There's like the electricity, shimmers over there. You hear like the brief staccato flashes, the buzz, and suddenly, this handful of wires just come straight out.
And I'm standing,
and I motion you over.
I go over to the door where the key card is, and looks like I flick into my jacket, but the next thing you see is the key card coming down from as if it's been hanging above me the whole time. And I catch it. We ready?
Ready.
All right. Let's put this
guy in.
I
actually have my balustrade with me, the beat stick.
Wow.
You might call it.
Yeah, what does that thing look like again?
Yeah.
If you went to some fancy place and they had a stone railing.
Oh yeah.
The verticals on those.
Yes.
I actually have one of those, and I think think it's like marble or something. Probably very heavy,
Yeah.
but it's my
Nice.
clumsy blunt weapon.
Right
Awesome.
on.
Yeah, so he's less elegant than perhaps Hole or anything else that you have, but
It is a clumsy but effective weapon.
yeah, as effective is the important part here.
Yeah, like a landslide.
Yeah, that's effective. Awesome. All right, yeah.
All right.
So what do you guys do?
Well, we
I
try the
better
key
let you
card.
lead because you sort of, I think, know these buildings better than I do.
We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll try the card.
Awesome. So let's do a mislead, distract, or trick. I'm assuming you guys are trying to do like a surreptitious entry, so like no one knows you're there type of dealio.
Right.
Is my feel here?
Yeah,
And my
just
hope is that at least we're not on camera outside.
Right.
But
Exactly.
no guarantees once we're inside.
Right. All right. So Eugene, go ahead and let's see. Roll with mind, please. We're going to mislead, distract, or trick. You're going to kind of this will kind of tell us how this entry is going and what happens if you get in. Holy carapola!
woo.
Damn.
That's
All
right.
All right. 10 plus, pick 3. So you create an opportunity. You expose a weakness or flaw. You confuse them for some time, or you avoid further engagement or entanglement, rather.
So don't pick one.
Yeah, don't pick one of those. And
All right.
let's see, I'm on the right screen for you guys, right? Yeah, you guys are on basic moves. Good.
So we definitely want to confuse them for some time because that's like the whole reason we're here.
Right. Nice.
And yeah. And also avoid further entanglement, which means no damage, right?
Yeah, or we cover our tracks.
Yeah,
or
cover
we
your
cover our
tracks.
tracks.
You get in nicely. That kind of thing. That's awesome. Cool. What's number 3?
And then, do we want an opportunity or do we want to expose a weakness? I think for the purposes of the mission, we want to expose a weakness or a flaw.
Okay.
I'm really tempted for an opportunity, but I feel like we've branched out in so many different ways so far in this story that do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'll all come together. All right,
Yeah.
so cool. Yeah, so well, I'll say that you flick the key card, it goes in, turns green, door opens for you. You guys are able to kind of there are some guards going around. As you guys kind of continue on your way in, you're able to kind of time them, get past them. Nobody really notices you're there. The weakness or flaw, I will say, is that it seems that so part of the place they don't even realize it, but part of the power is because it was like being shunted to that outdoor breaker. Something in here is down, and you've also taken out a little bit more than you realize when Adrian kind of ripped out all the wiring and stuff. So the weakness I'll say is that they're right now not working at full speed here. There's probably cameras inside that aren't working. There maybe an alarm is not hooked up because it was actually getting its energy from outside, which is now cut off, and they maybe don't realize that. We'll say it's an alarm that's not powered right now. So even if they do call for help, there's nothing. All right. So what do you guys do?
Once again, a smashing entrance. Metaphorically this time, though.
Are they on the second floor or like third or fourth floor?
Where do you want to be?
I don't know. Like, we need to go up.
Service elevator or stairs? What do you feel like?
Stairs are easier.
Yeah,
Less chance of us getting trapped.
I like stairs.
Awesome. All right, you guys take your stairs up. Again, I'm going to say your guys are still kind of have an idea of where mobile guards are, and you're able to kind of whittle your way through. But yeah, you guys haven't done anything to actually reveal yourselves to kind of interrupt that. So you're still kind of riding that roll. So good job. Tell me
All
what you
right.
guys do.
Well, I thought it would be fun to leave some rubber ducks around in the hallway. I mean, we are trying to create a distraction. But also, as a little bit of a warning sign, since we may be getting lost or may need to know when somebody's starting to come our way. So every once in a while, I'm going to drop a little rubber duck.
Awesome. Cool. Adrian, what are you doing as you're kind of cruising along? Are you guys looking for anything in particular, or what's your goal here?
I'm looking for, signs that would lead us to his sanctum. A greater presence of wards, like non-mortal stuff.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll say that there is the kind of thing that you notice as you do kind of pass by the elevators, there's like there's a key, like a keyhole that indicates to anyone looking at it, yeah, that's probably like special access. So probably, if you had to guess, this kind of access goes to the top. And again, I think we established it's only like a 9-story building or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, probably like the top floor. If you had to,
Could this be one of the things that's easy to override because the system is halfway down? Like we can get
sure.
access to that elevator?
Yeah, you can give it a try.
Either that or we grab a guard.
Oh, let's do that.
All right. Let's see.
I brought handcuffs.
All right. So, tell me, what are you gonna do? Like, so again, there's guards going by. You guys are good enough where you haven't been discovered. Are you gonna kind of wait for like one to be walking alone, that type of thing, and ambush them?
Yeah, pull them into the broom closet.
All right. So, you do that. You're able to do that. It's the guard is actually a young woman, probably 18. This is her like high school summer night job or whatever.
Oh gosh! All right.
And she's now basically in a broom closet with two strange and very very dangerous and weird looking men, and she is so terrified she literally can't make a sound.
Good.
Weird but good looking. Okay.
Like,
I'm a movie star, so to speak. So
stay quiet and we won't hurt you.
She like just
I'm, like holding like this like club over my shoulder.
She just kind of like nods.
that's a great opener there.
I sort of nod to you to tie her up because
Yeah.
I think you're you're better at that.
I'll give her the thumb cuffs and give her the thumb cuffs and gag her and maybe cuff her around the corner of a like those built-in shelving, and they've got support beams in the corners of the shelving, so she'll be cuffed to that support beam.
Gotcha.
Not doesn't have to be standing; she can be sitting. Like,
does she have a key type item on her?
Yeah, she absolutely does. She has many key type items on her, actually.
And I want to take a walkie-talkie for future use.
Oh,
that's
nice.
a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can hear it every now and then, like squelches. You hear a little chatter going on, kind of standard stuff. Oh, making my rounds. I'm at checkpoint 3. Checkpoint 3. Checking in.
How about any kind of like special ward insignia, little badges, or
No, nothing at
Nope.
all.
Okay.
She's mundane as you can get.
All right.
Go to the elevator and cross our fingers.
Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, so you guys are gonna pop the key in, get to the penthouse, go upstairs.
Yes.
All right.
Is the elevator like extra ornate on the inside, or
No, no, it's actually pretty. It's a pretty standard one.
It doesn't
Nothing.
let us see into the rest of the cosmos as the doors close or anything like that.
No, that's a totally different type of elevator.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so the doors open, and you are in what looks like a reception area. If you had to, label it, there's like a big as you walk out, there's like a wall in front of you with a couple hallway type routes out to one another side. So like it could be very well like an open space on the opposite side, but this is specifically meant to keep like visitors sheltered from the rest of the area before they're allowed admittance, that kind of thing. Um, let's see here.
Sounds, smells.
Things are relatively quiet. Um, I'm gonna say you definitely smell incense.
Mm,
Someone has been burning it. Someone burns it a lot around here.
okay.
That much is obvious. It's probably like sandalwood or something like that. If you had to place it.
I guess I want to see if, 'cause I'm sort of used to going through sanctums,
Right?
more in the employee capacity.
So to speak.
Um,
You want to investigate a place of power?
yeah, or even, extend my senses out and see if I can, figure out where to, how to get through safely.
Okay, well, I'll let you choose.
Um,
Both are woodwork and something like this.
One will give me experience, but I think I want to let it out instead.
Oh, all right. All right, roll a spirit, buddy.
It's actually the same roll mechanically, but one would have given experience points, but I think letting it out seems a little more appropriate.
Okay.
Partial success.
Yes. All right. So on a hit, choose
On a hit.
one and mark corruption.
Which in my case I assume is still redemption.
No, you actually take harm.
Oh yeah, whenever I
Like,
have to mark corruption.
yeah, when you have to mark corruption, take one harm.
I'll do that.
I've been studying.
So I think the way that's visible is, as I'm, my hands are, passing over these wards, some of mine, light up and burn me.
Okay.
Because it senses my intent maybe, or
Do you feel that, or do you just hear it and smell it?
I feel it too, but I maybe wince a little bit. I still do feel pain. But again, it's like, for all practical purposes, it's like I was being branded. I should probably do more than wince a little bit, but
Adrian's a powerful being, but yeah, it does. He feels it. He definitely feels it.
right. So I think in this case, I want to take definite hold of something vulnerable or exposed.
Okay.
Maybe like a place that you're supposed to activate to, get entrance or, something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, since you're talking words already, let's say there was a ward like kind of right in front of you, that basically is like an alarm,
Okay.
and you were able to sense the kind of its purpose as you kind of connected to it. And let's see, so you're able to seize hold of it, so you can turn it off or avoid
Yeah.
it as you
So I
like.
think,
Or
maybe I, trace a pattern, on the ward that disables it.
cool. Awesome. Yeah, and so does it like does it like a brief blip of light and then nothing, or does it like
Yeah, the
burn
brief
and
flip is it actually becoming visible and
okay,
then fading out.
gotcha. And then yeah, of course Eugene can see as it blips into being, so to speak, for that split second, and then nothing. The place is like you're definitely in more of what a sanctum you would envision it looks like. It's kind of like there's on the walls there's various tapestries and stuff. This is more of a an old school sanctum look to it. But yeah, as the sigil fades, all you have to kind of light your way is candles. There's many candelabras on the edge of the room, kind of lighting its way. And right now, you guys, of course, you're kind of at that spot where you have that wall blocking you. You can go off to the sides, but even Eugene, as you make noise, you can sense that this is basically there's like an open room on the other side of it.
Okay. Again, sounds, smells.
No sounds right now. Nothing. It's just dead quiet. Not even the ticking of a clock or anything like that.
So this wall, basically, we can go in to the right or to the left of it into the open room.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the left, and I'll hunch down to like 3/4 size. So like my head is not where it normally is.
Oh, sure.
And
in case one tries to take it off.
Yeah, and start walking around enough that I can actually see all the way around to the back side of this wall as I scan the rest of the room.
Gotcha. So yeah, you see, it's definitely like in the room is circular. In the center, it kind of dips down. There's like like 2 steps in the very center that steps down to like an area about maybe 10 feet across. So like a circle within the circular room that's lowered. And there's various sigils marked there. This is definitely like a place where this guy does some kind of work, or communes with something, or opens portals or something. Along the edges of the wall are more tapestries, or like this is like a high ceiling. So we're talking maybe 15-foot ceilings here. The tapestries go basically from top to bottom. Inside it, there's like what looks like a workbench, really. And there's like you see the what do they call that? The dead man's hand that has been used through the ages by some magic users. Is basically the hand of a thief cut off and preserved, and then tallow put on the fingertips, and it's basically its own little candelabra, but it's also like a magic item, or at least some kind of focus. Yeah.
And that's in the circle, or is that outside?
That's on the workbench. That's off to like the one side. Again, in the center, it's just a bunch of sigils on the ground that are visible, like visible sigils, like carved into it. Maybe
no visible living, breathing thing in here.
No. There are several suits of armor from various ages. This guy, maybe he's been around for a while. Who knows? There's also sculptures, cats, dogs, snake, that kind of thing around the circumference.
Do other employees like yourself all have flesh form? Or can they be empty metal suits of armor?
I look at them, I'm like, it depends on the mage.
All right, good to know. If there's nobody here, I'm just gonna kind of pop back up and be a little bit more cocky, like, so what do we exactly do here anyway? I mean, how are we going to cause a distraction? We tip this thing over, we cross out some lines. What are we doing?
I look at the circle. We could destroy that.
All right, let's do that.
So the circle itself, like the sigils within, are kind of like they're a mosaic, like little mosaic tile type layouts to form the sigils themselves. But yeah, it's tiles, colored. You definitely
use your balustrade. This and you take care of some of the accoutrement, the stuff.
I missed the first part of what you said.
How about I take care of this? And I sort of shoulder my my balustrade, and you.
Right.
I don't know, pile up the tapestries and burn them or something. A fire would cause a distraction.
Yeah. Well, if we can safely exit and I can just leave the tapestries there, I'm just gonna start them on fire
Okay.
as
Okay,
they hang.
hold that thought. So, as you basically approach the circle in the center. Um, a couple of suits of armor, like you hear like a. As you get closer, if you like get as you get closer, you start hearing more squeaking and that kind of thing.
Maybe that balustrade should be, you know, used on metal first.
I look, or how many of the suits of armor are coming towards us?
None.
None.
None. There you hear the movement of joints, but at this point, nothing is approaching you.
I look back. You want me to take care of them first?
Tim, is there anything that I can do to see any kind of connection aside from the circle?
Mhm.
Is there any other weakness that I can detect about the armor? Because essentially, from a hunter's perspective, I'm thinking there is nothing I have that's really going to help with those things. Like the amount of damage I'd have to do, and how many of them are there?
There's probably around 4.
Yeah, so the amount of damage I'd have to do, and depending on how fast they move, not going to be very effective. So I'm looking for a weak point. Like I'm looking for something that's the focus or the control.
Gotcha.
Like if the circle is the power or the circle is the thing that's being guarded,
Okay. Well, let's have you investigate a place of power
Okay.
or power. Yeah. So roll with power.
Rolling with power uh, for investigate a place of power.
Yes. Oh no.
Oh no!
So I'll say that you're kind of trying to get a feel for what's going on here. It's like there's a point where like maybe Adrian is already heading over to one of the suits or something, and you're kind of like checking out like hypotheses, like you get I take 2 steps closer to the thing, and I was like a 3 step. I step back, and suddenly it's motionless. Then you take another few steps forward, and without even realizing it, you're like almost stepping on the sigil itself, and that's when suddenly the like I'll say the 4 suits kind of come to life and start marching.
Okay.
What do you do?
Uh,
It seems like I'm heading into battle.
Oh, and mark
I'm
power already. Also, by the way,
What's
me.
that?
Gene.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
even though I failed. Cool.
yep. You rolled it. That's the important part.
Okay. I'm heading back for a choke point. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so probably be where like the that wall was there when the entrance wall with the
Yeah.
left and the right. One of those would be perfect for that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is the point where would probably roll vigilante, uh, since we're going to be in a battle.
Yep,
These 4 critters.
you can do that.
So I will hold 2
Okay,
on my list.
excellent. Is there anything you want to do right away or hold it?
I'm going to spend 1 immediately just to disable one of them. I think do they have weapons?
2 of them do. They have like hand axes.
Okay.
The others don't.
So I think as the ones with an axe takes a swing at me, I go low and the balustrade comes across and just completely takes its legs out.
Oh wow. Yeah, so the legs are just like it's one of those almost
it can still crawl after us, conceivably, but
right. But it's
much
kind of one of those Warner Brothers moments where like you go BAM! The legs are gone, and just for like a little tiny split second, it hovers there before it falls down. Yeah, it's just and as it falls, the rest of it just shatters. Also, the pieces lack cohesion right now. As soon as the rest of it hits, boom! Suddenly it's like the pauldron over here, the chest piece over here, the back piece over there, the cod piece is way over there. Thank goodness. You know, those things are dangerous, man. If you're wearing them or not.
Yeah, only in From Dusk Till Dawn.
There is that. So yeah, the other three left are kind of they aren't in a hurry. They're at a Michael Myers pace here.
Oh,
But yeah, they're not in a hurry. It's enough that they're kind of approaching like you guys like the entranceway direction. It seems to them like as long as they're trying to keep you away from the further in, they're doing their job. Or at least that's the way it seems as you guys are doing your business here. Pardon me.
right. So they're between us and the circle.
Yep, but not but
in the circle.
you guys are closer to the elevator also.
Right. I'm looking for a piece of corporate art on the wall that I might be able to use as a defense mechanism.
We're 1 second.
I was going to say, you're all kind of freezing on me.
Yeah, you're all freezing on me too. Here.
Freezing on me too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna try to in and out with the camera, see if it helps anything here.
Alright. Try that.
Damn you, Discord, you're doing so damn well.
Yeah.
Still kind of blue.
Alright. Let's see here.
So set the magic word.
Yeah, I'm still stuttering.
Corporate art.
You guys want to try to rejoin this? I'll get us out of it and rejoin.
Okay. Hello?
Right. Hello.
Seems better.
Yeah, definitely. You guys are moving, etc.
Alright.
Excellente. Alright, cool. And you're even in the same areas you were before, so yeehaw.
Nice.
So I was waiting to see what Eugene did before acting again.
Oh yeah, I was looking for taking that big piece of corporate art off the wall that I could use to basically overcome one of them. Something that will, hold them down or smash them apart, or rather than trying to go after them with a gun or a sword.
Cool. All right. Now, given that, what is Adrian doing?
I will just rush one and try and normally unleash on it.
Cool. All right. Roll with blood.
Also a 9.
9. Damn, you guys are just on an awesome roll lately.
Let's see. Inflict harm as established and choose one. And choose one from below as well. So I want to inflict terrible harm. So I guess that'd be 4 harm.
All right.
And I think it's going to inflict harm on me as well.
Oh, you'll take it? Gotcha. So let's see here. Okay. So I don't think you were like rushed headlong into this one.
No,
I did not. This is not that. So let's have you take a harm. Otherwise, I'd let you trigger one of your moves there.
I think this one is burn. I think this one is a axe to the shoulder.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, but you'll destroy him also. It's done. Why don't you describe what happens? How you approach the guy?
I think we, it actually ducks my first swing.
Oh wow.
And then I certainly wasn't expecting that. And as I swung past it, it digs into the back of my shoulder. But I'm still quick enough to turn back and just like shatter its chest armor. And therefore everything else just falls apart as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, so the thing is, as soon as the mail hits the ground, and Eugene, you'll actually see this before Adrian will, but with a lot less pomp and circumstance and like glitter than one might expect. In the circle, you see a young man appear, dressed in a nice suit, long hair, long, probably black hair in the back, and he's just kind of looking at Adrian at this point.
Oh no!
He kind of as he looks at Adrian, he turns around. He does see Eugene like at the back there, all hunkered down with one of his paintings. uh, does anyone want
Well,
to actually?
yeah. The minute I see him appear, I drop that, pull the shotgun. Don't say a word, man.
Adrian, you'll actually you'll of course hear that. Don't say a word, man.
Do I recognize this mage?
No, I think we established that last time that no, this he was not someone yet of any note in the city.
Okay.
At this point, where you could put a face to a name, etc. But he will be. Theoretically, maybe not. But yeah, so you turn around, you see this guy. He has that haughtiness that you've seen in every wizard that you've ever encountered. He as he's like standing there, he's kind of doing this dealio, and he's like twisting a ring around his ring finger. And this is not a mechanic thing, but I'm gonna say it's like it almost is kind of like hypnotizing to you, like mesmerizing. Like this is something that he is built to take note of. This is his programming right here. And
Wait, it's who's programming? It's the mage or it's Adrian's?
Adrian's.
Gotcha.
Basically, Adrian would recognize that this is a probably a wizard focus. You can almost sense the focusedness coming off of it, if you will. And his kind of programming kicks in. Like this guy definitely qualifies as a person of power.
So can I shoot his hand?
You can do whatever you want.
All right, we're doing that.
Just as Adrian opens his mouth to say something, bam!
Oh my god! All right, go ahead and unleash. Roll with blood.
Roll with blood. Blood.
Bloody blood. Oh shit! Oh my god! All right. All right. Yeah, his hand is gone. Why don't you tell me the rest? So, let's see. On a hit, you inflict harm as established. You can inflict terrible harm or take something from them, and you don't have to roll. You don't have to choose any from the other thing because you rolled 10+.
I think what I'm going to take is, as most of his hand disintegrates, the ring somehow pops its way off and rolls towards me and like stops in a circle at my feet,
like a little bloody trail going behind it.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God. Now, Adrian, the haughty look that again you're so used to wizards having in their face is replaced by one of absolute horror. As he's like he actually looks as he watches as his own hand is like vaporizes. It just isn't there anymore.
And you hear the first two words come out of Adrian's mouth of "We only meet," and he just looks like that.
Oh my god!
And he's at a bit of a loss.
What? I thought he was going to control you.
Are the suits of armor still coming at us?
They aren't actually. However, I'm going to say that Eugene is being defiant in the face of a person of power.
I think he is. I think that would be appropriate. I
What
was
does that
actually going
mean?
to try and like convince him to leave us alone.
So you can resist your instinct.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist because otherwise, I think I would be automatically compelled to. I believe the term is break you.
Yeah. All right. Roll to
That
keep your
could be
cool.
psychological.
All right, let's.
I think at this point it would be less.
All right.
So let me roll 2. I think it says I have to
Keep your
my
cool.
cool.
Yep. So roll plus spirit.
Come on, good roll. Good roll. Good roll.
3. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
On a 10 plus, all as well.
Let's look at both sides of this. When I resist my instincts to tend to my mortal relationships, not killing my friend.
Thank you. You're the best, man. You are the best.
I think I mark redemption for that.
Yep. Go ahead.
Our redemption track is screwy. Okay. So I still keep my cool on a 10 all as well. Okay.
Yep.
And I think as I finish saying, I'm like, I wouldn't have done that. We should leave.
Were you directing that at the wizard or at your friend?
No, to me.
Okay.
I'm looking at Adrian, and I noticed like his grip got really tight on his weapon, and my head's cocked a little bit. Like, you okay there? All right, let's go.
Yeah, at this point, the wizard, who you assume at this point is Lagrange, is basically doing one of these. Ah! He's like on his knees, prostrate in pain at this point. Blood is pumping. It's gotten quite messy quite quickly. Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Would I also be compelled to save him?
To get him a Band-Aid?
I'm going to say no.
Technically serve the powerful. It's technically protect the valuable. He's not necessarily valuable.
No, I'm not going to say you're
okay.
Compelled. If he started ordering you around,
yeah, I mean
that would be something else. He has not done so. He has not been given the opportunity, thanks to Eugene's, incredible shotgun to even.
You do see a flash of what might be considered regret on Adrian's face, but he does say we need to leave. This is a distraction.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So the real question is, do you take the ring?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Mark that down somewhere. We'll figure out something about that later.
I'm always looking for a keepsake for my adventures.
I was going to say, since when did you add wizards to your list?
I didn't kill him.
Correct.
You guys are saying this like on your way to the elevator.
Ring of Wisdom.
We have to go to an elevator.
From blowing off his hand. Okay. All right. To the elevator.
The elevator, taking it down. You get the feeling that again. What's that?
How far do we get before it stops?
Oh, God.
I'm going to say this is part of the benefit you got from your roll from before.
Okay.
Again, they're not at full speed here. Let's see.
Awesome.
All right. So I'm just looking at you. He's a little jittery at the moment. The camera, but you're back. I think you're back. Yeah. So yeah, you guys get to the bottom again. You get the sensation that again, this is not like it's his building. That was his area. But like the whole place isn't rigged to be owned by him, if you will. Belonged by. Oh my god. I am gonna say that by now, once you hit the bottom floor, you're gonna run into a couple of guards,
Okay.
and there's no avoiding this one. And they're
So-
both one's the old dude, one's a really young guy, another like college student trying to make a few bucks type of thing. I'm gonna say, Adrian, you're probably you're so close to all this. You always have blood on you for some reason. Likely you're close enough to the guy where you were in the spray, so you have like a spray of blood on your face, on your clothes a bit. Yeah, Eugene's holding a shotgun. There's really no talking your way out of this one, so they both freak out. What do you guys do?
Do
I
they have
say-
guns?
What's that?
Do they have guns?
Yeah. I'll say they have guns. These guys do.
I say, you guys know the Kool-Aid Man, right?
The young guy's like, what? The guy who has never used a rotary phone in his life, much less seen the commercial of the Kool-Aid Man. Like, he's like, he as freakish as this whole situation is, dude splattered in blood, just looks, guy with a big ass shotgun, like he's like hit with a pop culture question and he can't answer. He like cocks his head to the side. It's like, no, I haven't. Meanwhile, the other guard is going to be going for his gun. It's one of those like he's had the training, like several years ago he went through the training, maybe had some refresher stuff, but he's the guy that he never expected to have to actually use this.
Yeah.
So
So-
this is
With the surprise we have, can we just bolt for the exit?
That is a good question. I'll say, I'll say you have to do something yet to give you your opening. The guy's going for his gun. This is potential
Okay.
conflicts here. So do something about him, and then you'll have your opening for an escape.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have a skill.
I think I will.
I have this way.
Yeah.
I'm basically just going to try and arm bar him as I go past.
Gotcha. Or
I'm not looking to kill him,
Okay. All right. So
which is why I don't hit him with the
balustrade, right?
marble balustrade of maining.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna call this a persuade then, because you're not trying to cause him damage. You're trying to make him do something, basically, with threats of violence. Since you actually
Yeah,
haven't-
maybe just to flee.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll with heart.
My worst stat. There we are.
6. Let's see. You will not do. I'll say he's going to shoot you immediately. So take 2 harm.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy just freaks out. He's again
Now, in this
training-
case, if it was like coming directly at a target without concern for my own well-being,
that is a good question.
I was essentially rushing a guy with a gun.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you have a good point there. Yeah. Okay. Let's say you have your armor.
And I'm not doing it in one of my instincts, so it's just 1 armor.
Okay, so take 1 harm.
Axe to shoulder, gunshot, wound.
So Thursday night, basically.
Kind of.
All right, cool. Yeah. So he again the what little training he has kicks in enough where he doesn't like drop the gun or get totally armbarred by you, but you kind of put him in trying to not hurt him. You put him in just the right place to basically his gun was pressed right against you, and boom. Do you bleed? I forget. Do we ever establish if you bleed?
No, because I'm really not made of something that has a heartbeat.
Right, you have the flesh, but you don't have
I
anything
assume
that
there's like
requires stuff to go
some
through.
stuff that oozes out, um, but it's less blood and more of just like viscera, I guess.
Gotcha. Well, for flavor, we'll just say, Eugene, from your side of this thing, you see basically the Adrian's back. And you see like basically a hole blows through out his clothes, the exit wound, and it's clean. There's no, you're like ready for the splatter on you.
Yeah.
Your turn, and it doesn't come. But there's definitely like the material of his clothes is kind of like rose petaled outward, where basically it was shredded and lies back flat against the the slowly closing hole probably.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna say that. Let's see here. Okay, so he does that. You guys still haven't created your opening yet, per se.
What
do you
does
guys
that
do?
mean? Create our opening.
So to trigger the escape move, where we can now like do an escape and have you guys get out of there, it requires an opening, something to happen to give you an opportunity to trigger it and get out. You can't just say I'm escaping and you run away and these guys don't do anything. You have to make certain that there's like something that happens that stops them in their tracks or gives you the
like the
ability
ninja
to
smoke bomb or
yeah.
the something.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, the kid is now drawing his gun.
Yeah.
An idea?
So
What do you do?
So how about if we blow the light,
Ooh,
like
nice.
whatever's directly above, essentially, try to cast us in darkness. Just another shotgun shell shot.
Perfect. That's just what you need. So go ahead and you're going to be distracting. So roll with mind, Eugene.
All right. Mislead, distract, or trick.
Damn, you guys are rolling amazing. All right, 10 plus.
Well,
pick 3.
We're not always rolling good.
Yeah, there is that. But you guys have been doing really well. Good job. So again, pick 3 of those. Don't pick 1.
Yeah. Okay. So this time we'll create an opportunity.
Perfect.
Confuse them and avoid further entanglement.
Perfect.
That's exactly what you want. I'm gonna let's see here. So let's roll. Let's do one escape roll, and this will kind of decide. This will kind of show us what happens just from this point to getting the hell out of there and getting in your car and getting the hell out of here. That type of thing.
Okay.
Lead that since I was anyways, or
what's that?
You want me to lead that, or who should roll?
Unless Aaron wants to trigger his move, the get out. But I don't think this is really something you need.
The this way move.
Yeah, this way. I think
that
that's
feels
more.
That's more like there's no hope type of thing, right?
Yeah, and like if you're trying to lead a group out, like you're like this group is trapped or these people are trapped, or if again if someone important, not that Adrian isn't part, like someone
now you're saying I'm not people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
you're many people to me.
Did you just call me not people? You people, the plural, get it? It's a play on words. But that's more like this person has to get out. I don't care about me.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I want that's more of that situation.
I have a ward, so to speak.
That move, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is more just an escape. So go ahead and why don't we have Adrian?
Okay.
You'll immediately take the lead of Eugene doing what he's doing. Let's escape.
Sadly,
escape
5. Let's see.
Not sure what that means, but I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's not successful.
I'm gonna say that.
Or it could be entirely successful.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say that you guys get away. Um,
Fantastic.
Awesome.
you guys get out of there. One thing that is notable is as you, Eugene, as you're kind of not Eugene, Adrian, as you're kind of doing that last look over your shoulder to like make sure like nobody's about to try to shoot either of you again as you're out the back door. You do notice that one of the cameras pops on suddenly. The red light blinks on, and you're like that perfect like over the shoulder, fleeing guy look on your face.
Right. Full shot of the ear, the face, anything used for facial recognition.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, so you probably get to like half your face in the shot, but that's what you see as you kind of head out the door and towards the car.
So you still have the walkie-talkie on you, right?
I do.
Oh yeah.
So what's that squawking?
Oh my god. I would definitely say that they're like, okay, call it paramedics and the police, and we gotta get maybe the paramedics first. Get the paramedics here. Fuck the police. We just want to make sure everything's fine. Oh my god, I think I don't think he's dead, but he's like he's really pissed. You can like and the rest is like squawking like, oh my god, police are on their way. Court 86, la la. Etc. etc. So it's going pretty freaking ballistic crazy. Like again, these are security guards. These are guards that this is like not their prime job in life where they hope to be. They got the training, but again, it's one of those you never expect to have to use the training, but here we are. And so they're trying to make the best of it. They're trying to follow the protocols, SOPs, and it's just taking a lot longer. But yeah, you do hear sirens in the background as you're leaving the scene.
As we're driving away.
Yes.
I do turn to you and goes, that was very unwise.
What? I didn't want him to control you.
That was a noble goal.
What's the worst that can happen?
We made more of an enemy than we should have.
Funny. Oh my god. Oh shit. So yeah, good.
Hopefully we made Ivan happy.
Yes. You guys want to do? You can RP his call. Your call to him real quick.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, Ivan picks up the phone. You guys do this little speaker thing. Maybe you're still in the car or whatever.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, I heard the distraction was pretty good. Maybe too good.
Hey, we aim to please.
Yeah. Like, well,
I aim to please.
this old Russian owes you one. Both of you.
Excellent.
Calling me when you need me. Like, I got reports already. Did you really like take off one of his limbs?
Just the hand.
Just the hand, he says. Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you're not an overachiever.
Oh man. I was just trying to do the right thing.
Well, you did what I asked. So you get what you get I'm in your debt. You call me when you need me, and you know what? Come by and get some vodka. We'll drink some vodka together. I know you're a hunter and all, and Adrian is Adrian, but I'm a sociable guy for a vamp. Come by. We can do some more dealings. I trust you guys. You've made it solid for me. Your reputation.
I might have something to pawn, so.
Oh, don't keep me all tantalized.
More later. That's when I hang up.
Excellent.
So, mechanically, do we actually get a debt on Ivan?
Yes, you've now done the thing that he wants, and he now has not done anything for you in return, so you guys now have a debt on Ivan. both of you.
All right. Add
1 debt for doing
Ivan.
a dirty job.
Dirty job. Yep. But yeah, that's exactly how it's works. So again, once you do something and you're not given something back for it, you can claim a debt. In this case, it was definitely agreed to, even in advance.
So as we're driving away, at some point on the ride, I just ask you to drop me off.
All right.
And it
That
doesn't
sounds
look
good.
like anywhere where I live. It's just like what could be considered a random spot in the city.
Okay. Why here?
Like there's something I have to take care of. Maybe in the
Okay.
distance over my shoulder, you see a cemetery.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god.
enjoy, I guess.
Oh my god. All right, we'll fade to black on that one, but we know what's happening.
I was gonna say I think I still have a roll for it though.
No, I don't think so. I think if you consume great amounts, you automatically heal once per session. Yeah, I can. Let's see. Let's bring it up.
No. Once per session, I can heal up to 2 harm by consuming a copious quantity of materials of which I am made. Anyone who witnesses the consumption sees my true form.
Right.
So this is at night. There's unlikely to be anyone at the cemetery.
Yeah, I'm not concerned that this is going to trigger any move.
Okay. So I'd be looking, specifically for like someone about to be buried rather than, having to dig, so many feet down in order to get something.
Oh, gotcha. So I mean, it's like from the main house or something, like the main storage area, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like where they're keeping caskets primed with people in them,
I don't
ready
know
to
much
be
about
buried the
funeral
next day. Or
services and burial services.
you'll probably have to dig. I'm thinking, or
Okay.
break into a mausoleum type of thing.
I'll dig.
It'll probably take a little time for you to find a fresh date.
Okay.
Oh, that's a double entendre. I didn't even try. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Awesome.
Fantastic.
That's a good place to end the action for this session. You guys did awesomely. However, we still have the end of session move to do.
We do.
All right. What about so my own harm, the faint harm? Will that be gone by the next? Okay.
Yeah, that's faint harm heals overnight. You're good to go. If
So
not
because I healed
sooner.
2 and I'm down to faint, will that be gone?
Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic.
All right. Closing move.
Yep. All right. So session end.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So at the end of every session, if you learn something meaningful about a faction,
Apparently, it's bad to harm the wizard. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, a little bit. So
I don't know why, but it is.
If you learn something meaningful about a faction, increase your score with that faction by 1, and decrease your score in another faction by 1. And tell MC how your relationships to those communities have changed.
So, what are the mages? Are they power?
Their power.
Their power.
All right. So, I've learned that apparently power actually means power. It's not just a word. And I am a bit concerned. I am a bit concerned. I don't know what I'm going to do with this ring, but it's a bargaining chip. And, obviously it is a focus point of power for them, which I didn't know. So that's good. And I'm going to drop one off of Wild because I really just couldn't figure out what the heck you guys were staring at each other for.
Cool.
You and Griff, yeah.
Nice. All right, cool.
I'm actually going to increase mortality by 1. So I think I learned a bit about the law and, through discussion, the forensics of it, and how I need to be more careful.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
When I'm tromping around on their territory. And I think I'm going to lower power because I think I've made an enemy this day.
Quite possibly.
which might float around in those circles a little bit and sully my ability to deal with them.
That is fair. Fair. Excellent. Cool. Is there any little scene you guys like to play? We technically have 20 minutes left, but
Well, the second part,
let's see. Someone did you a favor at cost. I think you guys are
I didn't
even.
technically do anyone a favor without redress.
Yeah.
I
And
was gonna say, I really
one.
pissed off someone. I don't know if I would owe a debt to the
No,
the guy just for that.
no, not at all. Not at all. The only debt that really matters here is the one with Ivan, which he's paid to you guys.
So what do you know about these rings?
Yeah, so maybe when we meet up the next day,
Certainly.
and I look, besides wearing a new set of clothes, I look pretty perfectly okay.
Is it like a mismatched tracksuit or something like that, or?
No, that's bad Russian vampire clothing. This is just some t-shirt and torn jeans type thing.
We'll meet up for breakfast at the Landmark Diner.
Sure.
Cool.
I'm like, if that was his focus, like his main focus, he will have a easy way to find out its location.
Oh.
And if he's capable of it, he will come for it. If he's not, he may send others.
So I need to put this somewhere safe, difficult to get to for him, easy to get to for me.
More concerning is that they probably have decent camera footage of us. And I'm not entirely unknown among their circles.
That's very true.
It could make things more complicated unless we seek to atone for our transgression.
Atone, huh? Well, I'm not all...
I've angered wizards before. Some are easier to deal with than others.
Yeah, let's see what we're dealing with here first. I'm not just ready to atone. But,
spoken like a good hunter.
Yeah.
Do not keep that ring in your house.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm thinking there's got to be a good spot to lock this up in, perhaps something in a Fey area, or perhaps maybe I could call on where is she? Oh, she doesn't owe me anything. Damn it. Well, maybe I'm gonna owe her something then. Violet. Yeah. See if she would hold on to this for me.
All right. Actually, that's a move. We can do that. That's you're hitting the streets basically,
or maybe even persuading.
He doesn't have any leverage over her though to persuade.
Okay. So I'm hitting the streets.
Yeah, let's hit the streets.
So
bring it in.
That's with.
We're gonna roll with Knight.
Knight.
Jesus, that's the good times roll.
No kidding. Well, it certainly makes up for last session. I'll say that much. I don't think I had a single success the last game.
All right, on a hit, they are available and have the stuff. So, yeah. So you where do you find her?
Back at that bar that I don't know if we gave it a name before.
The Victor Rose or different?
No.
The old bar.
Yeah, the old
Although
bar, the first bar you guys hit with
the first
before.
one, yeah.
I don't recall. Don't worry about that for now. I'll go through this stuff and see later.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to meet her there, think of it as neutral ground, that type of thing.
Oh wait, I do have a thing that says she owes me one, but I must have already used it.
Yeah, I think
So
you got a knife. She gave you a knife.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, so back in the safe room, basically, it's that old bank that became a bar.
Exactly.
Let's call it.
It was called the Wrecking Gear.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Wrecking Gear. Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Yeah. Wrecking Gear bar. An old bank. Neutral territory. Okay. So yeah, catch her back in one of those safe rooms and close the door. You know, and I assume Adrian, you're with me or not with me because of this?
I would be with you because I think you're in more danger alone.
Okay. So yeah, I bring Violet her favorite drink. Let's call it the how about
like the tequila?
Oh yeah. How about the tequila? Yeah. All right. Sorry. Not trying to add too much here. I bring her her favorite top shelf tequila and slide this ring across to her and say, yeah, Violet, I wonder if you could do me a favor and hold on to this for a little while for me. It belongs to somebody, not me, and I'm not ready to give it back yet, but I'm not ready to put it in my house either.
She like picks it up, looks at it, almost puts it on but doesn't. You know, rings being rings. Like, keep the peace between you and me. I'll do this. I'll hold it. Tell me we want it back.
Excellent.
I just know that you're wearing my. You're getting on my last nerves here, Hunter.
What did I do now?
Yes, we're talking too much.
Oh. All right.
Like, try to. If you see me walking down the street, just go to the other side of the street. Can you do that for me?
Sure. Enjoy the tequila.
Oh, you know I will. It's your saving grace. You know what a girl likes.
All right, Adrian.
Yeah, you see her tuck it into one of her deep like pockets. She has like these long, not quite cargo pants, but one of those obscenely long pockets, and she pops it in there, zips it shut. Don't you worry now.
Excellent.
And she starts pouring herself more tequila. You can as you guys head out, you can see her shaking her head like, can't make a deal with hunters. Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Werewolf of London.
New Midian. Exactly.
New Midian. Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll end it there, I think, unless you guys had any other scenes you wanted to play out real quick.
No.
Cool.
Good.
All right. Yeah, great session, guys. You did awesome. I mean, again, I think it's more streamlined where I think you guys are figuring the rules out, or first Steve, you knew the rules. Aaron, you're getting to figure things out, so I think things are going a lot faster. And as I always try to point out, if this were any other session, we wouldn't have gotten past like the first combat before the end of the night.
We'd still be shopping for gear in order to break into the building.
Yeah, exactly. So things just go so much nicer and quicker with the Powered by the Apocalypse game. So it makes me happy. Especially like I said, now you guys are getting the hang of things.
Yeah.
So, Eugene, Aaron, your homework is to figure out what you want to advance. Pick an advance.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
have that by next time.
All right. So just for clarification here,
Okay, let's bring up a sheet.
advances. Oh, let's do that later. Where?
Yes.
Okay, so it's under improvements, and then the first section of advances, I can choose any one of those.
Let's see.
Advances available at beginning of play.
Yep, those. So
Okay.
you have +1 to one of your traits. New hunter move. Move from another archetype.
I like that.
Or change your faction.
So
again, you don't have to do it now. Just kind of that your homework is to look things over and see what looks fun for you.
Are there any limits to choosing a move from another archetype?
It has to make sense in the fiction.
Okay.
So just
I think there's some that were sort of off bounds, but I think it's mostly because they just don't make sense.
Well, I think those the moves are good. There's like the extra stuff. Like I don't think you can choose like the mage's sanctum or the you can't or the veterans workbench. Those are not moves. Those are actual like other things. But I think there might be there might be a mage move that says I get actually now that I think about it, I get a sanctum. And yes, because it is a move, you could take that, but we just have to figure out. It has to make sense in the fiction, or we'll make it part of the fiction. You know what I'm saying? We can work.
Yeah.
With it.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys again. Let's see here. I'm gonna come back to our starts the show. Steve, Aaron, awesome session. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. And away we go.